Welcome back to The Comic Dudes, a podcast about comic books and comic book related things. My name is Dave. With me, as always, my esteemed co-host and friend, Matt. Matt, how you doing?
Doing good, man. We got a different... To go behind the scenes a little bit, we're doing a little afternoon recording. And just immediately coming in, got a different vibe. I'm feeling a different vibe today. I'm feeling good about today. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm feeling good about it.
That's a lie. You do know what we're talking about, because we just talked about it before I hit record. But that's okay. Yeah. You know what? That's a great segue into...
I got some energy. I got some energy today. Like, we're ready to go.
Okay, great.
Kids haven't beat me down yet, so I'm good to go.
I should do this more often, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
So, all of you, dear listeners, were expecting Why the Last Man. But you're getting something else instead. Why? Because we had a little bit of a scheduling confusion / conflict / we weren't all on the same page about what day and time we were going to record. And then we missed our recording planned time this week. So we had to pivot to make sure that we stayed at least somewhat on schedule. So we're going to talk Neon Ichiban. Before we get into that, just a reminder, if you would like to help keep us on schedule, you could join our Discord. You could ask questions about when we're recording, what time, who's going to be there. Maybe that would help. I don't know. That's for you to decide and for us to try. But you can join the Discord. This is the best way to connect with us. You can also follow us on Instagram or TikTok. TikTok is our most active social. I'm posting pretty much exclusively action figure content, videos, photo sets. Some of it's edited nicely with a DSLR camera. Some of it is just with my phone, just doing some fun hand posing and stuff like that. I do unboxing videos. I also do haul videos. So if action figures based on Marvel Comics figures or characters is your thing, head on over to TikTok.
If it's not your thing, it should become your thing because I love it. Personally, I think it's great.
Thank you.
Also, I was chuckling when you were talking about the Discord. Like, I don't know why I just pictured like someone in the audience telling us when we should be recording. Like, hey guys, aren't you recording today? I don't know. That was just funny to me. Keep us on schedule. I don't know.
That's exactly what I meant when I said that. You know what? Additional layers of accountability might not be a bad thing.
Yes.
Like,
no, I agree.
Somebody needs to be like, hey, you fuckers gonna record something? Like, it's been 2 weeks. No episodes have come out. What's up?
I mean, you're doing the best you can. You got a joint calendar. You're keeping people on track, but still somehow.
Even I'm the cause of it sometimes. Like, sometimes, things happen, and maybe we get a little bit too comfortable with letting it slide. I don't know. Maybe we need more accountability from the Discord. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't care how often episodes come out. I don't know. Maybe you could tell us that. Maybe once a month is preferred for y'all. I don't know.
I just feel like when children are puking and dogs are sick, and like they're not like avoidable. Like, you can't really do much.
It is what it is.
It is like, what it is. We don't just we generally enjoy doing this, and we don't just blow off recordings to do it. It's like someone can't move, an animal has to go to the hospital, someone has moved across the country like in a week. Like, it's just how it is. Like, it is what it is.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. So, we've to transition into the topic at hand. We have done a lot of episodes on digital comics.
Yes.
If we had a well, that would be it. That's the when we're desperate for something to talk about, there's always something in the digital comics space for us to go in on or update or whatever. So earlier this year, we did an episode on Neon Ichiban. If you didn't listen to that episode, I would recommend you go listen to that episode first, then come back to this one, because you'll better understand what we're talking about and why. But to give you a TLDL, too long didn't listen. It's not too long didn't read. It's the original founders of Comixology, RIP Comixology, David Steinberg and Chip Mosher. They founded I'm going to call it digital first, even though Chip has publicly disagreed with me on Twitter. I'm going to call it a digital first creator-owned comics publisher called Distillery. That was in 2023. And Neon Ichiban was the extension of Distillery. You used to be able to buy comics directly on the Distillery site. Neon Ichiban is now the storefront for all things digital comics. Distillery is a part of that storefront. They also have other publishers on there as well. We talked initially about just being excited about having something to maybe lock horns with Amazon and Comixology and give the comic purchaser, the digital comic purchaser, more options, because Comixology was essentially a monopoly in the digital comic space. Lots has changed since we did that Neon Ichiban announcement episode. So, first and foremost, they launched the standalone website for Neon Ichiban. So it was no longer just a concept. It was in beta. I was a part of that closed beta. Was very excited to be a part of that. And I think, and they're not in beta anymore now. Like, the site is now launched publicly, and everyone can use neonichiban.com for their digital purchasing needs. Like any new product launch, it had its fair share of struggles, and I can talk about this now because it's no longer in beta. I think that the first problem that I had was with the overall UX of the site, and there's some UI things that just I don't quite enjoy yet from like a shoppability perspective. Like, they do sales and stuff. Like, Comixology always used to have a sale running. There's always a sale going on Neon Ichiban. But if you go to just like the overall sale page, the filtering options that you get on the left are basically all publishers that are on Neon Ichiban, but not everyone has something on sale right now. So you could like filter to IDW and it goes, oh, nope, sorry. So you really have to shop sales from the homepage and see what active sales are running from each publisher, and then shop that collection. You can't just shop all on sale and filter in a way that intuitively for me, it didn't really work. And then they also had some issues with their email communications. I had 2 emails that came to me that had they were sale emails, basically like, hey, there's a DC sale going on, come check it out. And like, I'd click the direct link from the email. It would take me to the sale page for like a split second and then kick me to the homepage. Like, the direct link to the sale page wasn't working. And then there was also an issue where sale pricing wasn't showing on the site. These are all normal, like, growing pains. Yeah. But, I mean, I can tell you definitively that there are large multi-billion-dollar retailers that have the same type of problems with their sales and emails today, because it's just regular people doing the work here. It's a normal thing to have that happen, and it's nothing that I would hold against the site. Just, being fair and objective. Sure. It's not without its fair share of, I'm going to call it, normal e-commerce / retail problems. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, it seems fair. I mean, I'm sure they have a relatively smaller team than a massive corporation. So yeah, those all seem understandable.
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems that I had, the first problem that I had, I was trying to find a way to tell somebody, like, yeah, like the contact support us, like, help page actually doesn't take you to any contact info that's relevant. It takes you to like the story of Neon Ichiban, and it's just like a blurb about like Chip and David and how they met and what they're doing. So I went to their Instagram account and just DM'd them on Instagram. I said, hey, I can't find the direct contact info, but FYI, like, these are the things that I'm seeing that you maybe want to look into as a fellow e-commerce professional. I've noticed these things, and I really believe in the platform and want to succeed. So, like, I'm freely sharing this information with you guys too. They probably weren't already aware, but I did it anyway. So
404 error when you click on, like, just in case you, like,
I haven't had any of those yet, thankfully. One of the things that we also talked about early on was the notable omission of several larger publishers. When they first announced Neon Ichiban, the publisher list was like 4 or 5 publishers. Since they've been live, they've added quite a few. I think they've probably doubled the list of publishers that are on Neon Ichiban. So I'm going to list those off. You've got the big 2, Marvel and DC. You've got Oni Press, Vault, Dark Horse, Titan, Mad Cave, who they just added this week, IDW, of course, Distillery, Dynamite, Rebellion, whom they also just added, I think, in the last week or so, and Kodansha, who is like the manga publisher, like Attack on Titan and all that kind of stuff. So that's their current roster of publishers. Do you know why Rebellion's important, Matt?
Is Rebellion UK and Judge Dredd?
Yes, my man.
That's what I figured.
It's the only reason I care is because it's Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for those Rebellion sales on Neon Ichiban because they're building up the digital Judge Dredd library again.
Nice.
Now, obviously, the most notable missing publisher is Image Comics. Matt has flat out refused to use Neon Ichiban until Image is there.
And when it's there, will I go in? Will I go in once it's there? That's not true. I have purchased one comic on Neon Ichiban. So
really?
It's not entirely true. Yeah.
Purchased or got a free one?
Bro, I put my $4.99 down for that Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez Batman.
Really?
Because I wanted to try it out the platform. Like, I have DC Infinite, but you talked about the platform, so I was like, all right, let me try it out. I hadn't read Batman yet, so I was like, let me see what it's like. I actually really enjoyed like the experience, and it's like I should have known it was going to function based on like the creatives of Comixology. It was like it functioned just like Comixology in the good old days. Like, I could use my direction pad to change my pages. Like, I remember that was like a big thing for me. It's like weirdly on my computer if I'm sitting there reading at work. I really enjoyed it. Like, I did like it. I don't mean to cut in. One thing that I really didn't like, and I don't know if this is fixed, so I was going to ask you this. Do you still have to, when you log in, does it prompt and send you an email, or can you just make a username and password now?
You can just use your email now. That the password or the link to your email is done. You can switch it.
So, like, I would log in and it'd send an email, and then I'd have to like confirm my email, and that's how I logged in. Is it username and password too?
It's
like,
email and password.
Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm in then. Because that was just like annoying. Like, every time I wanted to read, it's like, oh, here, let's send an email to you, and then it'll redirect you. But I'm like, I'm not doing this. So, okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know why
awesome
that
update.
was happening. It maybe was like a beta protection that they just had some time and they didn't get rid of it when they went public. I don't know.
Like,
because
dual authentication, kind of. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
like, I
because
get
the
it.
beta was invite only.
Yeah.
So I think they maybe just wanted to validate that the person who was using that email address was the person who was supposed to be in the beta, and it wasn't like being shared out to a bunch of people like a username and password could be. So maybe that's why. But yeah, you can still do that if you want to for some reason. But
that's insane.
You can change it to just user and pass now.
So I mean, I was kind of a beta tester too. Kind of a big deal. I'm just saying.
I don't know about that, but
as much as hate as I was giving it, it was kind of a big deal.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So other notable omissions, and thank you for sharing. I didn't know that you had sucked it up and used the platform, even if it was only for this episode.
No, I did this way in advance. I did this when you said DC was on or something. I was like, all right, let me try this out. Let me see what he's talking about here.
All right,
give it a run. I can throw 5 at it. I got 5 on it.
Because there's a running joke in the Discord where I send every time a publisher gets added to Neon Ichiban in the chat. And then I just tag Matt and say, hey, you don't have to worry about this because it's not Image. Like, keep hating in the shadows.
People are in on it.
Yeah, which you are kind of the hater, which is new for me. You're not typically the hater of the group, but that's fine. Notable omissions. Image, number 1, most important. They got to get Image. And I know they're working on it. I don't know that for a fact. I know that because you'd be foolish not to.
Yes.
I do believe that the nature of how Image does like creator owned is
Yeah.
probably the sticking point here. For those unaware, if you get approved to have something published by Image, you are funding the project yourself.
Yeah.
You're paying your artist, you're doing all of that. And then you get compensated after the fact. So a lot of the time, these creatives are breaking even on their books that are published by Image, unless they're very popular.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Like that Tim Seeley book that I was reading that I now can't remember the name of.
Spread?
No.
Or...
It was the one about the 90s superhero who went back to his hometown after getting kicked off the team.
No, yeah,
I can't think of the name of it.
Something Man.
Yeah, Local Man. Thank you.
Man.
Local Man.
Yeah.
I saw it either on Blue Sky or on Reddit or something. Tim was talking about that comic and like the Image way of doing things. Maybe it was in the final issue of the book, but he said that they basically broke even with Local Man. And it was a huge success in terms of, like today's benchmark for success.
Correct.
It did really well. And he still barely broke even on that book.
Got you.
So anyway, Image, got to get Image on there. They're also missing Viz, which is another manga publisher.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Viz is a big one.
Fantagraphics. Archie.
That's a big one too.
Boom.
That's a really big one.
Dynamite.
If you like those kind of covers, that's a big one.
Yeah. I tried to find some more that maybe were missing, but I was on the Comixology site within the Amazon site, and they don't even give you a full publisher list to browse on Comixology anymore, so they don't care. I couldn't find more.
Image, Boom, and Dynamite are all that's pretty big. Viz as well too, but I would say American comics, Image, Boom, and Dynamite that's pretty big.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but I think Zenoscope is probably also needed pretty badly for the horny middle-aged man crowd. They need their titty Robin Hood books.
I've dabbled at late night some point.
Yeah, I'm aware.
2 nights.
I'm aware.
I just outed myself. All good.
Not the first time. You've mentioned it before in the podcast. This is not the first time.
Keep it moving.
So other notable additions to the Neon Ichiban experience, they're currently in beta for the mobile app. It's iOS only for right now.
Okay. Does that include iPad?
It does.
So there's an app now on iPad that I can use that's in beta.
Yeah.
All right, and I can log in with a username and password, and email and password now.
Yeah. Well, you can't because it's a closed beta. I can because I'm in the beta.
Wasn't I in the beta though? If I was able to do it before,
you are not in the beta. This is an invite only closed beta that I feel like I probably got included in because I kept sending them feedback about the site, the desktop site. But
come on, put me on, dude. Come on, give me a little bit.
Can't do it.
Put me on.
Can't do it. So yeah, you have to actually download another app called Test Flight, and then validate your credentials in Test Flight to even be able to download the Neon Ichiban mobile app to do the beta. So I have a few books that I've purchased so I could test out what the guided view is like on the iOS app. Yeah. It functions exactly like the desktop guided view, which we haven't specifically said it yet, but the reader does have guided view. The guided view is good.
It's very good. The scans are good.
Yes.
That's my biggest thing. Some of these guided views, when they zoom in, it looks like complete garbage. Like this is not the case with this.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a replacement for the Panels app for all of my PDF comics, and dude, it's a nightmare. Nothing can do it. Nothing can do it.
It's.
I'm using one that doesn't even you can't even rotate landscape versus portrait in the middle of a comic. And I'm reading Lady Mechanica right now, and there's two page splash pages that go horizontal, not vertical. So I had to turn my head to the side to read those because the reader, I'm using Yak, and the Yak reader does not rotate. But that's neither here nor there. The Neon Ichiban app, there's one major complaint. And for longtime Comixology users, this will be a familiar complaint. Do you know what that is, Matt?
No, not from their version. If it's the Amazon version, it's like the full page spread is just something. The sizing of the full page spread.
Nah,
no,
this is
maybe what you say.
This is a UI thing. They have a link in the app to the store.
Okay.
But the store does not open in the app. It takes you to the mobile site.
Okay.
Which is the same as Comixology. That was the same deal with the Comixology reader. That's why I used to have a pinned version of the mobile site as an app on my iPad. And you still have to do that. Actually, you don't have to do it because the iOS app will direct link. It just opens your browser and takes you right to the Neon Ichiban mobile app to shop. And it's better than the Comixology version was. It's also like 10 years later, so it should be better. Yeah. But yeah, that's the one thing that I just wish wasn't the way that it was. It's fine. It does what it's needing to do. I can still purchase things technically while I'm using my iPad, not in the app, but it's good enough. And I've been reading a comic from Vault called Barbaric.
I've heard of it. I've read
pretty good
the first volume a long time ago. But
yeah. The first story arc's only 3 issues. It's a pretty quick read, but I'm enjoying it. And I have a couple other freebies. They give away, like Comixology did, they give away a lot of free stuff. Yeah. There's like some free first issues of a lot of distillery books on there that you can just download and try for nothing. So that's been kind of fun. But yeah, man, iOS app going strong, looks fantastic. Guided view is exactly what you want it to be. It's great. I'm so happy. And this is all of the things that we said in that first episode of, boy, we really need something that challenges the dominance of Amazon and what they've done to Comixology. Boy, it feels like everything is on the right track right now for Neon Ichiban to do that. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that happens. I'm going to promote the hell out of this everywhere that I possibly can.
It's kind of like moving, like you just got to, it sucks to like kind of have to just like kind of say goodbye to a collection a little bit to like move, like you just kind of got to move forward. Like that's kind of where I'm at with like video game consoles and stuff too. It's just like I have this massive collection on a certain platform, but at a certain point, if the experience is better, you just kind of got to move forward and like really go back. Like your Comixology collection is still there at the end of the day, but like if you really want your special, if I want Blackest Night, like, and it's like $5, I'm going to buy it on here just so I don't have to go between apps because I'm like lazy, you know? And it's like, I'm seeing some things like older back issues are on like a little bit of a deeper discount. Like they're $1.99 an issue. So it's not, that was some of my complaints with some of the other digital platforms. Like everything was always $4. And it's like, well, I'm not doing that. But if, you know, I was looking at the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run because I was interested in that, but I was like, I really don't want that paper around my house. And like, this would be a valuable way for me to read it because the first year they're all like $2 now. So, and then if I got current, it's full price, which is fine. I'd gladly pay that price to not have stuff around the house. But yeah. And if the UI, I definitely want you to let me know when it's for the peasants can actually use the iOS experience because I would want to try that out for sure.
I don't think that you're a peasant. I'm just
whatever that.
I am a test monkey.
He's in the DMs. He's in the DMs.
I'm taking this on for all of you.
Yeah,
I'm in there trying to find. Like I send them feedback when I see something because I genuinely want this to be better than Comixology. Anything that I can do to give them like insight into the version of this that is perfect for me, I'm gonna do because I desperately want that to be a thing.
Yeah, man, I get it.
I cannot wait for the day that I can delete the Kindle reader from my devices because I hate it. I hate that it's even called the Kindle reader.
Your comics are now Kindle.
Yeah, you know,
this is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. That's what they just did. They were the originators of that.
Yep.
This is a Kindle. Everything's a Kindle.
You're right. This is something that has been core to me for as long as you've known me. And as soon as I say this phrase out loud, you will immediately go, yes, that is a Dave-ism. But the only way that I can let my voice be heard for most of these companies is with my wallet.
Yeah.
And I don't buy anything on Comixology anymore except for the digital version of the Energon Universe G.I. Joe ongoing.
Because you have to.
I don't have to, but I want to read it
right away. You prefer to
read
it in bed. You prefer to read it in bed.
So other than that, you know, I actually went through, I spent the time and I organized my whole Kindle library. Because you can put everything in nice little subfolders. And you can label those folders whatever you want.
Hold on the Kindle app, you can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I have everything organized. So when this stuff starts to hit Neon Ichiban, I can easily go and find the things that I want to carry over from Kindle. So I'm ready to go, Matt. I am ready to go.
He's playing the long game.
Yes. I've got a priority list of these are the things that I need to move over there first. As soon as they're on sale, we buy them and we delete from Kindle, and then I leave the little middle finger emoji behind for Amazon to see. That's the plan. That's the plan.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you know what? It's beautiful because back, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 15 years ago, sometimes I would miss an issue of something in paper, of a crossover. And I would go and buy the digital version just so I could continue the crossover.
Yeah.
But now I have those things. I have a random issue of the Avengers that I had to buy for a crossover to complete the story, just sitting in my Comixology library. I can move away from those things. I can start from scratch and curate a very, very nice looking digital collection in Neon Ichiban, and I'm very excited to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one thing, by the way. I didn't really get to play with the Neon Ichiban iOS app collection page much because I don't have a lot of stuff. So I don't fully know yet what the organization things that you have available to you are.
You have
and how
4
they work.
books.
Yeah, I literally have 3 issues of Barbaric and then 2 freebies that I got. I got Life #1, and then I got some gothic horror thing from Dark Horse it was a free gift for being part of the beta. They're like, hey, just pick something out of this list of things, and it's actually an exclusive digital cover of this Dark Horse comic. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll grab that. That looks cool. It had a Mike Mignola-esque cover. So
nice.
Fuck with it. But that's the Neon Ichiban update. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing.
That's a pretty substantial update. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They did some good stuff here.
They did.
In a short-ish turnaround. My concept of time is really bad now, but it seems like they did some moving and shaking pretty quickly here.
Yeah. I mean, they've beta tested a full desktop site and mobile site, and now are beta testing an iOS app. Those are happening within 6-7 months of each other.
I was gonna say,
yeah, it's good. It's good. I have more news in the digital space. Unless there's any final thoughts on Neon Ichiban you'd like to share.
No, I'm good. I hope they just keep going with their updates. I'm waiting to go all in with Image. I might start reading some Turtles though. I really want that iPad app though as well too. As much as I do read on my computer, I would like to have that experience because that honestly made me read more comics because it was just there was a lot less friction. It just worked. It was smooth.
I have not found much wrong with the iOS app. It already functions like it's ready for prime time.
Yeah, that's
I think it's very. I don't think this beta needs to last very long.
That's what I want to hear.
I have no news on Android users. What you can expect. They clearly went America first because 70-80% of the mobile phones in America are iPhones. Globally, Android is the dominant device by a slim margin, but in the US it's all iPhones. So I think that's why they went US first, iPhone, iPad first, and then they'll get Android out eventually.
I see.
But I want to talk about some of the other digital storefronts and readers. So we'll start with DC Universe Infinite Ultra, which is the god-awful name. Yeah, please rename this thing.
Yeah.
That's just call it the DC Infinite app. Or DC Universe. DC Unlimited. Anything but this 4-word name that is so hard to say it doesn't make any sense.
It's the most Warner Brothers thing, though. It's perfect for them. It's perfect for that company.
Well, when some Saudi Arabian-backed PE buys Warner Brothers, maybe that'll change.
Yes.
I don't want to go off on a tangent. I'm just going to leave that.
That was a shot, but sorry.
I'm going to leave that alone. It happened to EA.
Sure did.
Won't be the last. So, have you been on the app lately?
Yeah, I was on it this week. I was on it.
Did you update it?
I did not update it. I must have been before the update.
So you didn't know. Maybe you did, and you just don't know how big of a deal this is to me. But that hoe is in landscape now.
Okay.
Like, it used to be when you were navigating the store or it was portrait only, and you'd have to turn your device if you read in landscape, you'd have to turn your device to portrait every time you were done reading a comic to then navigate through your library or do a search or whatever.
Yeah, you read,
The full app now can be done in landscape. That is huge because I'm a landscape reader.
Okay. Landscaper.
Yeah.
He's a landscaper.
I'm a landscaper. So it took years for them to enable a simple landscape mode to browse comics and browse my library, but they finally did it. Kudos to the team at DC for finally getting this done.
Good job, guys.
However, I can't give full credit because that update also cleared all of my downloaded comics. And I won't read comics that I don't download in this app because if you remember
a
couple of years ago, I don't know if that's fixed. I'm not taking the chance. I download it before I read it.
Not interested. I'm trying to figure it out.
So now I have to figure out what I'm missing for my downloads because they cleared them all. We need to get you some WD-40 or something for that chair, man. You're squeaking like crazy. I don't know if that's going to come through in the recording, but you are squeaky as hell today.
Apologies. The 10 man over here.
All this energy that Matt's got, it's coming through in the form of he's just restless in his chair. This man's squeaking all over the place.
10 man, baby.
Get you a little oil squirter thing. Get you. Yeah. One last DC bit of, and this is more of a, I have to be humble and admit that I was wrong again. I started reading the Absolute subline.
Okay.
And that shit is good.
Okay.
It was good.
Batman? Absolute Batman?
I started Batman.
Do it.
I read number 1.
Okay.
And then I started Superman.
Superman's got good art.
And it does have good art, but that shit was so boring, it was starting to put me to sleep. It was late at night. To be fair, it was late at night. But I was reading for what felt like quite a long time. And I'm like, I got to be close to the end. I can make it through. And I just tapped the middle button, or the middle of the screen to see how many pages I had left. I was on page 17 of 41.
Yeah,
going to bed. Going to bed. Haven't finished that yet.
Pack it in.
Maybe over the weekend. I don't know. But the Discord had recommended the Absolute line. Multiple people in the Discord have, and I was raging against it. I was wrong. It's good. I like it.
It's good.
Yeah, it's real good. I didn't know Scott Snyder was writing Absolute Batman, so
yeah.
I'll be around until he does Scott Snyder things and it turns into another Dark Knight's Metal scenario, and then I'll bow out until he gets replaced. But for now, I'm in. But that's all for DC Universe Infinite Ultra. Moving on to Marvel Unlimited. Nothing has changed. somehow they're still on a 3-month delay.
Yep, they sure are.
Make it make sense, dude. Make it make sense.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
I would read so much more Marvel if it was 1 month behind like DC Universe.
Good luck.
Instead, I just read the X-Men books on a massive delay.
Yep. You're busy enough. There's no need. There's so many things that are day and date, or there's no point.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Speaking of massive delays, if you're interested in finishing Hush 2, it will be a year.
Yes.
About a year since the first part of that story came out for you to finish it.
Batman issue number 4 on the reboot's going to be out before Batman 680 whatever comes out. Like, it's just crazy.
Number 163 is like the final part of Hush. March.
Oh, it's March?
March. Golly. March of 2020. So if you're digital only like me, you will read it in April of 2026. Almost a full year after the story started. And that the Matt Fraction Batman will be on what, like issue 8 or 9?
Yeah, you should not be able to file a tax return and still not have finished for the following year.
Right?
Before the end of the story arc comes out.
What? Why? Do you just have... What's Brett Booth doing? Let him finish it since Jim Lee can't seem to be bothered.
Yeah, I don't know.
Their art's similar enough. It'll be fine.
It's very similar. Yeah.
Is Brett Booth still alive? I feel like he might be dead.
Yeah, he's doing Spawn books.
Okay.
Damn. Well, now I got to check, but as of like 2 months ago, I think.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, he's been doing
Alive
Spawn
and well.
a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? Are you sorry he's still alive?
No, I'm happy he's still alive.
Okay. Why'd you say sorry?
I don't know why I said it. Bless you. Excuse me.
Sorry. Did you want him to die?
No, I want him to
Does he need
alive.
to look over his shoulder?
I want him to
you
be
out
alive
to
and
get
well.
Brett Booth?
No.
Was he rude to you at a convention or something?
No.
All right.
He's a very nice person.
I'm just trying to understand this apology.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Stop apologizing.
I'm trying to find an obituary, but I think he's alive.
I believe you that if he was doing comics a couple months ago, then he's probably still alive.
I think you're good.
Okay, good. Well, speaking of things that I wish were dead, Comixology still around for some reason. I've canceled my unlimited subscription. I don't have that shit anymore.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Comixology, I think I can sum up my overall thoughts in 4 words, and those 4 words would be, who cares? Fuck Amazon.
Moving on.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's all I had to talk about in the digital comics space. I did have a little something extra for today. I don't think we're going to have time to get to it.
Can I just shout out one other publisher, other
please.
Digital?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about we did not talk about Global Comics.
Oh yeah. Since you can't purchase, I didn't include them, but please.
What do you mean you can't purchase?
You can't buy from there, can you?
You can now, so that is a bit of an update. So, things. When we were talking about Neon Ichiban, I was kind of like looking at Global Comics. I mean, things look the same, but yeah, you can purchase books now. And if you have the gold subscription, which is like $6.99 a month, I want to say, those books are at a 10% discount, so that's nice. Still has a subscription, where you can, the a la carte, you can read some older stuff. I might have to do it for like a month, just because they did update all the most recent G.I. Joes actually on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably be resubscribing. Like, I've been going back and forth about DC, like DC Infinite Ultra. I really haven't used it that much, and it's like $120 a month. No,
that's not $120 a month. It's a year.
Yeah, $120. Sorry,
damn, bro. What did they get you on?
Yeah, you
might have to. You should sue them. They're charging you $120 a month.
It's $120 a year, so like I might do it. To me, like in my head, it works. Like for the podcast, it's been great because that's how I was reading Why. So it made sense this year, but there's some months where I just don't really read a lot of DC, so I just unsubscribe and then jump back in, But I might do Comixology because Global Comics, because there's always some independent book that comes up here. So until Neon Ichiban kind of gets the Image stuff in order, It'll probably be Global Comics and Neon Ichiban, because they even have, like, on Global Comics, they even have backlisted, like, Marvel and DC now. Like, it's not as much as DC Infinite Ultra, but there are some things on there, like older DC and Marvel stuff. So, yeah, since we haven't talked about them for a while, that was something. They're adding a little bit of a back collection, a backlog. Some of the independent stuff you can buy for full price. Like I was looking at Lazarus, I want to say you can download PDFs. So, I've always liked that feature. So you like actually own the stuff.
You can do that on Neon Ichiban too.
Yeah. So like they're doing it a little bit over there. So
okay. All right. Yeah. Fair. That was an unfair omission on my part. So thanks for
I think
coming correct.
I think between Neon Ichiban and Global Comics, that's kind of where, for me, that's kind of where it's at. If you haven't burnt yourself out on the Marvel DC thing, that's one thing. And we probably won't get, I don't know exactly when this episode is going live, but at the time of recording, there is a Black Friday sale that's going on 9 days until from now, where you can get a year for $50 instead of $69.99. So it's
50. That's it.
$49.99 for an annual subscription
for Global Comics.
For Global Comics, and it's normally $69.99, so you save $20.
I thought the year was $89.99.
No, I don't think so.
I paid $89.99 for the year that I had before I canceled it.
It says yearly. I think they actually dropped the price of it. I vaguely remember. They're like a very customer first business, which I really like. I think they did drop the I feel like I got an email that they dropped the price, and then they started including IDW day and date, because I was like, that's where I'm going to start reading the Turtles.
Yeah, that does sound. I think you did mention that before. That does sound familiar.
So. Yeah, I mean, this might honestly be... This might be my placeholder until Neon Ichiban gets fully up and running, and then once they do, I like this the guided experience. I like the experience on this on Global Comics, but Neon Ichiban is going to be where it's at for me.
Do they have the app yet? Is there a mobile app for Global?
Yeah, there's a mobile app. You can download. My biggest thing was you couldn't download the books, so like...
Yeah.
I was like, all right, because I remember when I was visiting you, I was like, I'd like to download some of this stuff, and I couldn't, and I'm like, well, I guess, yeah, whatever. So, but there's some stuff. We got some good stuff.
Fair enough. Here, so. You know what? Shame on me for not including them. I didn't realize that you were able to purchase stuff on there now, or if I did know that, I forgot.
That's kind of been a recent thing. So, like, if you haven't really been in that space, but yeah,
I canceled my subscription. I haven't been on it in about a year, maybe.
It's definitely been within that time. You've probably been gone.
Like the moment Neon Ichiban was announced, I said, "Okay, well, you know what? I'll just be patient and I'll wait." And Neon Ichiban is where I'm going to throw all of my wallet speak.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the Turtles issue. Some of them are either free with the gold subscription, or they're $1.99 a piece. You can just buy things now.
Nice.
So.
All right. Good on them.
Good on them.
So, yeah, to answer your... Well, you didn't really ask it directly, but this episode will come out before that Black Friday sale is over.
Perfect.
So that'll be relevant for at least a few days.
Yeah, get on it when you hear it.
Come out on the 24th. Monday the 24th it'll be out. So, yeah, take advantage of that Black Friday sale. You know what? I bet that the other digital storefronts will have some Black Friday deals as well, so you should check all of those out. Or if you're into floppies, just check your local comic shop. I don't know if they're really going to do much. Probably not. You can try. Godspeed and good luck. We'll be back with another episode in a couple of weeks. What it's going to be, who knows? Should be Why the Last Man, if we get it recorded. I know Matt's got some travel over the holiday, so
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to the drawing board on our schedule a little bit, but we'll figure it out, and we'll have some things coming out in December too, before we take a couple of weeks off at the end of the year, which probably haven't earned because we've taken several weeks off at various times throughout the year already.
This is the first year we're actually going to work all holiday. We're going to commit to you. We're going to get this done.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably the right attitude to have. Yeah. That's a great place to end it. Until next time, my name is Dave.
And I'm Matt.
Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye-bye.
Peace.